Hey everybody, welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Um, I have tried to beat this guy like 7 times, and I have lost every single time. So I'm done. Until I have a perfect Pazak deck, I'm not going to play Pazak anymore. It is incredibly unfair. The AI has an extreme advantage because your cards are counted first. And if you don't have a perfect deck, you're kind of just screwed. So that's great. So we're gonna make our money the old-fashioned way and sell some stuff. Yep. Wow, these combat suits are worth a lot. That is dope. Can I buy like 2 of these? Where's it at? We want to get this right here. Mind effect poison. Oh, you only get one. Huh. Well, it's still pretty good. I don't know if anything else here is worth anything, but maybe this shadow armor gives stealth and dexterity. Maybe. Depends on what it upgrades to, but bro, I'm telling you, it's unreal. It is absolutely unreal how hard it is to win. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, dude. It was like so unfair. I didn't even get close to winning.
Yeah, what do you want? Hey, don't worry. I think a real warrior knows there anything else. You want another war story, huh? You want to hear about some other world getting wasted, eh? I knew you were the type. Your stagnant republic has never seen some of the strange creatures and races we fought on the Outer Rim in those years. And you never will now.
What do you mean?
If a world isn't strong enough to defend itself, it's basically forfeit. But this story is about something a little different. We were going through the asteroid fields of the Crispin system at the very edge of the galaxy, playing with the pirates and smugglers we found there. The main belt in the Crispin system consists of mainly small rocks covered in frozen methane gas shells, and the pirates were using them for cover. Ha! I remember using a thermal generator to cause the outer layer of one of the asteroids to vaporize in a picosecond. It blew out and shredded the 3 smugglers using it for cover. But that was a mistake.
What happened?
The asteroid I had targeted was smaller than most, maybe a dozen meters on a side. On the outside, it looked the same as any other, just a ball covered in frozen gas. But something must have been inside it, something inactive in the cold. The heat of my blast might have triggered something or woken something up. After I'd hit it, spots of light and heat appeared all over the thin shell, still covering it, evaporating the gases. What lay underneath looked like some sort of rocky growth. A deformed rock, pitted by scores of micrometeorite scars. I think something even older might have been inside that.
What happened next?
It started rotating faster and faster as we watched it. After a second, it started spraying fire, thermal projectiles that melted our armor like wax. We were caught completely by surprise. Before we could counterattack, it fled at an incredible speed. We couldn't catch it, but we could follow its hyperspace wake. We followed its trail as far as we could, heading away from the galactic core. When it finally led beyond the edge of our galaxy, we abandoned our efforts. Anything that wants to commit suicide in that great void is not worth our trouble trying to catch. That's the only story I have for now. I'll tell you some more stuff later if we get the chance. Is there something else you want to know? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Talk to Zalba. I really don't like talking to people who have to read. I have a lot to learn. Why did you want Baka's sword? Not much to say, I guess.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Tell me more about your past.
Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating. They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic.
Tragic?
Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods.
Yeah, I would see that, dude. Jedi in real life would be so cool. Damn straight, I do look divine.
I can only assume that that was some misguided attempt at humor. I was using poetic license. But those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long.
What happened?
The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations.
Can't really blame them. Jeez. Was it that bad?
Of course it was. They took their frustrations and hate out on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that.
It is alright.
No, it is not. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but let us not speak more of this. Yes. I have been bothered by something of late.
Don't lay all your... What is it?
I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling.
Were you hitting on me?
You self-centered fool. To think that I would desire to mate with one such as you, should that even be possible. You are the center of the universe. What does it matter if my homeworld was wiped out by your actions? Who cares if it is because of you that everyone I knew as a child is dead?
What are you saying?
Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastilla. Taris, my homeworld.
Bastila is critical in defeating the Sith.
Ah, yes. I have been told all about her vaunted powers with the Force. Her battle meditation that can turn the tide of any conflict. Well, if it could, then why could Taris not have been saved?
Sometimes you need to make sacrifices.
The sacrifice of an entire world is too much for any cause. How would you feel if Tatooine or Alderaan or some such world were destroyed? Would you be so callous then?
Sorry, Gianni, I did not know.
If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist.
Sorry, Gianni, there was no way to prevent it.
I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand.
You're right. I don't.
I suppose that is to be expected. Everything will turn out for the best, as long as we remain focused on our task. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now. Yes.
Something wrong.
I was remembering Taris.
What about it?
It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor.
Those rat ghouls.
There was always the danger of rat-ghouls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford.
Wasn't that stupid? No one would help you?
And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human.
Decent humans are hard to find.
I have noticed that. But the Jedi Order seems to have collected a fair number. The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order. The one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians. She was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point. If there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris. But then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today.
Your parents?
Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic. To save the galaxy, if we can.
Can we keep talking?
How may I be of...
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing alright?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why, what's wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quattro, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it.
I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
That's it. I'm guessing that's the end of that for now. Key 3. Where is mission? Gotta talk to Mission and Jolie. Jolie'd be fun to talk to. So let's get Mission out of the way. Sorry if you like Mission, I just don't like Mission that much. She's kind of, childish.
Hey there,
Boring.
what can I do for you?
Let's talk about your brother.
Don't worry. I won't let the
That's it.
Okay.
Reached the end of that. That's good. I did not want to hear you talk. Jolie, though. Jolie's dope as fuck. It's right here.
Got something on your mind, do you?
Why did you decide to come with me?
You got yourself a fast little ship. I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Oh, frightful.
So you wanted to ride on my ship?
Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing?
No, seriously, tell me.
I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha.
Is this a comment on my breath?
No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Andor Vex was his name. The force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
Never heard of him.
No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Some hidden meaning in this.
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
How young are we talking?
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
Andor killed Krat, I take it.
Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too, or those could have just been gurgling noises. Well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing. Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
But I can even be sure Andor was responsible.
What? Are you kidding? What are the odds of that happening anyway? 1,000,000,000 to 1? You should do so well as to be sucked into the engine of some evil Sith Lord, you know. Andor was a hero. Sort of. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Love to talk to him
Got
more if I
something on
can.
your... Well, I suppose I could whip up... Not... Got something. How many... Huh? Got some... It's a ship. But... Oh.
Damn. That's all we get to hear. I like Jolie. Do people not like Jolie? I wonder. Should make like a tier list of characters. There's some really good ones, some really bad ones. Yep. It's the fun part. I don't know where the hell I want to go. So here's the thing. Manon is a drag. Sucks ass. Yeah. It might be good to be higher level because I think there's a lot of like persuasion and politics on Manon. So it might be a good idea to be a higher level for that. Yes. No, I think that's correct. Tatooine is easy. It's just a solid option. Then of course we have Korriban, which is incredibly fun. The most fun planet by far. It is so fun, especially if you're playing Dark Side. I'm playing kind of a neutral character. But let's just do Tatooine. I think we'll do Manon after that. And then Korriban last. How does that sound?
Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
I don't. Pretty big ass planet. A lot of desert. Be easy to hide stuff. Maybe Tatooine wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. the creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
That is kind of how that works, yeah.
Yes,
Card.
what's on your mind?
Tell me why you want revenge on Saul so badly.
I already told you, he betrayed us all.
Come on, Koth, you aren't fooling me.
Well, there is more to it. I'm sure you don't want to hear about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's just that I don't talk about it very much, okay? I told you about my homeworld, Telos. 4 years ago, Saul led the Sith fleet there and demanded its surrender. The planet refused, and Saul proceeded to devastate its entire surface. Millions died. I had a wife and a son on Telos. I thought they would be safe there, but my task force arrived too late to be of much help. We didn't have enough medical supplies. The colony was burning and the dying were everywhere. I remember holding my wife and screaming for the medics, but they didn't come in time.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Of course not. How could you? I had nothing left after that, really. I devoted myself to the fleet. Hunting Saul was my only purpose. I miss them. And I know killing Saul won't bring them back. And it won't make me happy again, but I have to do it. I don't expect you to understand, but I have to pay him back for what he's done. I have to. It's all I have left.
What was she like, your wife?
She had courage, and she was stubborn. Could never talk her out of anything once she put her mind to it. And she hated it when I signed back onto the fleet at the start of the war. I had planned on leaving soon, to join her.
So what happened to your son? You didn't say.
His name was Dustle, and I don't know what happened to him. The colony was a complete ruin, and we never found any trace of him. I made inquiries and followed the reports from Telos for years, but I stopped. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Let's continue with what we were doing.
That's about the end of Karth's thing, I believe. There's not much more to that story. So I think all the characters are developed to like the max of their capability right now. Now, as much as I hate mission, we have to take mission with us on Tatooine. We also need to take Pastilla. Yeah. I think so. That is the people I want with me. Pretty sure.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this.
What if I say no?
Zerka Corporation maintains this docking station at great expense. It is within our rights to refuse landing permission. And I warn you, we've had troublemakers before. The bay is lined with autoguns. Violence is not a survivable option.
What do I get for my 100 credits?
The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses.
Don't need to pay the fee.
You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. I sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Actually, I really need to get going.
As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
I could not stop looking at this footlocker as soon as I saw it. Anyone else like that? I don't know if you can, like, shoot your way out of here. Might be one of those things where the game doesn't let you. at this high and mighty boy. That's are you one of them Jedi supporters? Yeah, nice. Maybe default attack. Maybe Grenadier or something. Grenadier is pretty bad. Pretty bad script. Okay, security, yes. Whoa, we're finally gonna have security. That's gonna be useful. Let's just keep you with those skills. Attributes. That could get intelligence up, but I don't know. I guess. We don't really need more skills though. I think having more wisdom for defense would be good. Yeah, she gets plenty of points. Feats, this is important. Okay, she's learning dueling. Why would I make her do that? Be sure he had it. In any case, I think you need better armor proficiency, so we can get better armor. Geez, only skills again? They're really chipping you. Okay, we can get heavy weapons now. And I don't know if we need this. Recommends gearhead. Nah. I'm gonna cancel for now. I just want to see if we need heavy armor before I just go for it. Why don't we not go for it for now? Go for maybe master crit shot or something. Not very good at much, are you? Here we go. Powers. Force will win. Dope. Injury. Awareness. Lightsaber throw. That's it. Alright. Bregic's gloves. Fine with me. Stealth build generator. I'm gonna say no for now. You only really need that unless you like if you're actually gonna be doing that. Shundar's bowcasters. Looks like the best weapon we have. I need to get imp when I at level 3 so I can get a better thingy. Alright. My food will be ready soon. Smilia. It's a pretty good rifle. We don't need any of that, though. Pretty good gloves. Another one of these is good. Yeah, I'll take another one. 1,000's not bad. Immunity, critical hits, and awareness. It's pretty good. Do we need Bantha fodder for like the quest or anything? Hopefully not. I'm gonna sell the short lightsabers. Blaster pistols. Rippers. Yup. Just because it says Mandalorian doesn't mean it's good. Telvar's bowcaster sucks. Get that shit out of here. Alright. I don't know if we need the money, but always good to have more money. Excellent, thank you. Fair enough, thanks. Alright, there's a bunch of those freaking annoying things from Kashyyyk on my ship now. The ones that made that noise. The little... So, it's gonna be fun. I think you can get rid of them on Manon. So, that's where we're heading next anyway. I think we need persuasion to do it, too. Hello there.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing. Nothing left.
I'm Zulik Kalreed. I'll help you if I can.
Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. I still can't believe he's gone.
Who was he? Tell me you killed him.
His name
That's the wrong one. Shit.
was Ward Fizark. He used to work in the mines, but they scaled back last year. He was new to hunting, but he was a good fighter. After a few trips,
He leads on and killed him.
nobody saw anything, and most of the other hunters never even knew him. I don't trust any of them. But those Gamorreans, they just laugh when they see me. I think they did it.
You aren't looking for vengeance?
It doesn't matter. There's no justice on Tatooine. I don't care what happens to them. I just need credits. I've got to think about my family, not those vicious pigs.
Talk about this plate.
Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They are worth more than 500 credits.
That's so. Just take it from you? Oh my god.
You will? Oh, thank you so much.
Just give you 200. I mean, shit, that's like nothing.
700 credits. Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say.
200.
Wow. Sometimes helping people feels pretty good, you know?
Thank you for helping this woman. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference.
For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Whoops. Well. Oh, we can go swooping. Alexa, shut up. I get my food. Let's settle what's happening in here first. This office. Blah 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 blah. Hello there.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
Want to ask about hunting licenses?
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
There's no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
I will agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
Okay, to it then.
Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
Alright, Bastila. Let me go get you my food first, jeez. I am back. I'm gonna finish this episode up quickly. Be a little bit shorter than normal, but
How can I help?
got some things to do. So we'll finish up Tatooine in the next episode. I'd like to know more about you, Bastila.
Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Talravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged.
Discouraged why?
Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly.
You weren't allowed to love.
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things.
You don't sound very convinced.
It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time.
You and your father were close.
Very close. I was only a little girl when I left my family, but I still remember him fondly. He was kind and gentle, and I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken.
Never try to get in touch with your father again.
A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
You sound very sad when you say that.
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission.
Achua Penki, yun pati sa... Chiwi. Ki
I'm gonna ask about bounties.
kakincha nawabakaon. Ki mulira. Chi pap.
I'm wondering where this one quest is.
Greetings again. Yeah, we don't have any new information on the subject, and I would remind you... I assume that I'm afraid Zerka... I can't... Zerka Corporation... Fair...
Alright, guess not.
La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira rajikun. La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang no. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai.
Why would he know any better?
La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira. La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa.
What would you suggest then?
Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira rachikun. La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Tok ching kuyabi just kuna chitanai. Ina kun ma rulira rachikun. Sleep.
Who would have such a capable droid?
La boda ni winki smaktoma. Wana kun bes chingpa ma rulira. Kuyabi just kuna chitanai. La boda ni winki.
I'll look into it.
Kuyabi just la boda ni.
That is a quest I wanted. So good. We'll head to the hunter's office real quick.
Mucho shakpakhan. Tak. Jitol jiduba. Tak. Jiduba the one and Jid. Jitol jidub. Jidub. Jid.
You can be told. I think you can kill like all these people.
Get lost, Tenderfoot.
No, I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha paths, but thanks all the same.
Who are you? What is it to you?
My name is
Or what does
Doric
it do?
Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays? Good.
Like here. Who are you? Something to sell you. Gotta do nicely. Why was he so happy? Nice. So.
What can I do for you? Did my... Good.
Seems like a nice guy. Oh yeah, and this guy in the back who doesn't say shit. Can't even talk to him. I always thought that was funny. This guy, he's the Bazak guy, isn't he? What do you do? Yeah, it's always the Bazak guy. Dude, I need some cards. How about you sell me some cards, huh? That's what I need. Need somebody to sell me some freaking cards, bro. That one dude's beating my ass. A Jawa. Jawa. Jawa wana waka. You don't wanna wake up. Swoop registration. I don't want to do that right now. More Dark Jedi.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive.
Lord Malak. Bro, Melody. Yes. Trash ass. Lord Malak. Boy, if you don't get your Lord Malak looking ass. Verpine cardio regulator. Oh, that reminds me. You should have the nerve amplifier belt.
Yes?
Yep, that looks good to me. Ronto. Cantina. Ooh. Here we go.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a... Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like. But I was back on Taris.
I had a few questions if you have the time.
I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm... Man, I prefer...
Okay.
Well, a fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play? Oh?
Maybe. If I can find someone to sell me some cards first. How about you?
Huh? Who are you then? I don't have to tell you why the two don't... Zerka Corp...
Yes, you do. Got some +2 cards. Oh yeah, you got the cards I need. I'll take all of them. Don't need the +1s. That's it. Actually, I'll take a couple of these. Oh. There we go. I think I got a full deck of plus cards now. Still, I know. I think I'm missing the +5s. +5, -5, so gotta wait a little bit longer.
Hey, Bastila. You ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Aw, come on. There's gotta be times when you thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little... What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Damn. Hot. Anyway. Door chop. Yeah. Alright. There's conversations to be had in here. Well, just wondering because Tatooine has a mission for Bastila and mission, but neither of them are activating, so I'm not sure what's going on. Must not have hit the prerequisites or something, but we'll call it there for now. And we'll figure it out. I'm sure there's a reason. Yeah. We'll see. Anywho, that is all for this episode, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Thanks for watching.